Hi guys, it's Victoria and welcome back to FemmeHead. So today I want to talk to you about my 6-year vegan anniversary and some lessons I've learned. So I don't know the exact date that I went vegan because there was like a definite decision point where I went from being vegetarian to vegan, but I don't remember where that is and I didn't really journal at the time, so I couldn't tell you. But I know it was in April of 2013. So here we are 6 years later, mid-April. Feels about right. I've definitely talked about my health, diet, food journey in other videos, and I will try and include those down below. Process and journey from a very standard processed American diet to vegetarian for 6 months to vegan for 6 years. Even though there are people that have been plant-based or vegan or whatever you want to call it much longer than me, I definitely feel like I have some insight, and I feel like there's been a current feeling with like the whole vegan community and everything. Actually, I'm not going to get into it that much because I don't like confrontation and I don't want to upset anyone or like create any drama. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I just want to come and talk about me from my perspective. There is no order to these things that I've learned. I literally just sat down yesterday and was like, what are some of the things I've learned? Or not necessarily learned, but just kind of like thoughts maybe I have now. First thing is I'm just a much better cook now. Before, I ate a lot of like processed packaged meals, and not like the microwavable sort of things, but like frozen pizzas. I mean, I was in college. I ate ramen, macaroni and cheese, all of that very standard college fare. Changing my diet definitely forced me to learn how to cook for myself, and it's something that I've grown to enjoy. A second thing is there's so much that you can eat. If you are trying to go vegan or plant-based or incorporate it in and you're hungry, I don't want to say you're doing it wrong, because I think there is a definite like learning curve to changing your diet, especially if you're going from a very standard diet to trying to be plant-based and you're just taking out without replacing. If you're hungry, you don't have to be. There is so much you can eat. Definitely do your research and educate yourself about everything that is vegan. A side salad is not a meal, even though that's what some people think vegans eat. Sometimes when you're in a crunch and you're eating out and a side salad or something is your only option, you've got to make do. But if you're getting like a small portion salad and that is your meal for lunch, it's no wonder that you're going to be hungry. So just make sure you're eating enough. And that is one beautiful thing about a plant-based diet, is you can eat so much more than a standard diet to reach the same number of calories, and you feel much more satisfied. Satiated, is that the word? I don't know. Fully vegan might not be for everyone, and I don't think there is a one-size-fits-all diet for the human population. There are so many different factors that play into what's best for an individual, but I do think that everyone can benefit from adding more plant-based meals. So if you're curious about what this world is, you can definitely start out small with 1 day a week being plant-based, 3 days a week being plant-based, and that's where you want to cap it. That's fine. There is no right or wrong way to incorporate the benefits of plant-based meals. Everyone can benefit from them. Being plant-based or vegan does not have to be expensive, and it does not always look like what you see online, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest. They are not all these beautiful acai bowls and salads. Sometimes it's just very unflattering, not cute meals, but that's what works. When people think it is expensive, I'm like, beans and rice, man, you know how cheap that is? Being vegan does not mean that you are automatically healthy. There is definitely something called a junk food vegan. I've gone through phases of being that, or just, I always talk about a spectrum for everything, but there is a spectrum for everything in life, and there's a spectrum for veganism, whole foods, plant-based diet, and junk food vegan. I don't know if those are the two poles, and you fluctuate. Like, there'll be months where you are super healthy, and like, mine is the warmer months where I am super onto the whole foods plant-based side of it. And then when it gets colder, there's much more processed vegan options, and that's fine. Like, you just have to be flexible and do what works best for you. One thing I've noticed is in like documentaries or news, when people are talking about like global warming or environmental changes, very often this concept of our meat consumption isn't addressed. They talk about cars, they talk about light bulbs, all these other things that you can do to be more eco-friendly. Anytime that there's like a book or a news program or like a documentary that actually touches on or puts an emphasis on what the impact of our diet has on the environment, Michael and I both are like, yeah, good job, because that's definitely something that I think people forget about when they talk about, you know, being eco-friendly or sustainable. Going along with that, like I said before, maybe going full-blown vegan isn't for everyone, but I think definitely cutting out meat 1 day a week. You know, there have been studies done that show if everyone just went 1 day without meat, the amazing impact that would have on our environment. And so I think there are ways for every diet to help out environmentally, even if they don't want to fully commit to a vegan diet. There are different reasons that people go vegan or stay vegan. The 3 that I can think of off the top of my head is ethical, so for the animals, environmental for our planet, and health for your just well-being. And everyone goes vegan for one of those reasons, and you maybe stays vegan for another one or for a plethora of them. I definitely went vegan for health reasons. I would say all 3 influenced my decision to stay vegan. The next thing I just want to touch on is I don't like the online vegan community. There are so many amazing, beautiful vegans online, but damn, there are some toxic people out there. And I just cringe because when you are being just so mean to other people for their decisions and thinking that you know what's best for them, it's not an inviting environment. And I just cringe thinking about the people that are either newly vegan or thinking about wanting to go vegan, and they see this hate, like pure hate that is online, and they're like, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want people coming after me because I mess up. I like cringe at associating with like vegan online because it can be just so mean and hurtful and just, yeah, nasty. And I don't think that you are going to sway people by criticizing them. I think you just need to lead by example. This one might be a teach controversial, but I am not offended if you eat animal products in front of me. Like, I have family members, I have friends that I love dearly that eat animal products, that eat meat, and I could care less. Like, I look at it as I'm leading by example. If people want to ask me questions out of curiosity or interest, I am more than happy to answer them, but I am not going to be the vegan that sits there and judges people and like, oh my God, I can't believe you're eating that steak. Like, that is not how you win people over or, you know, invite people to your lifestyle. I am doing this for me and what's best for me in my lifestyle, but who am I to judge other people because I don't know what's best for them? That's just not how I go about it. Vegans come in all shapes, sizes, colors, lifestyles, etc. Like, there is a definite vegan stereotype when you think of what a vegan is, and it's usually like a little bit hippie, a little bit outdoorsy, a little bit like crunchy. That is such a beautiful thing, and I like watching videos or following people online that are those types of vegans. But I also like the 45-year-old dads that are vegans, like just the most random people that you find out either are vegan or vegetarian, and you're like, huh, I wouldn't have pictured that. Like, that's what I love. The next one is you don't have to shop at fancy stores. I think of like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. Like, you can go there and that's great. But I remember when I first went vegan or was changing my diet, and I was like, I have to get all of my produce and all of my stuff from Whole Foods to do it right, and they have the best options. Any decent sized grocery store is gonna have options for you. I don't even shop at Whole Foods really, or Trader Joe's. Like Trader Joe's has great prices, Whole Foods has great prices, but I just don't shop there because they're further away than my local grocery store, and my local grocery store has, you know, tofu, vegan sour cream, vegan butter, and a great selection of produce. Like, it doesn't have to be fancy or complicated. You can get all of your vegan needs at a normal grocery store. The final thing that I want to say about like being vegan or plant-based is the main reason I do it is because it makes me feel good. I feel so much healthier now than I did before. I'm not the sort of person that is going to jeopardize my health for my beliefs. I've gotten a lot of comments, especially since being pregnant. One was like, I really wish, like, hope that you can put your beliefs aside for the health of your baby. My just thought to that is, I'm not going to jeopardize my child. I'm not going to jeopardize my health and well-being. Like, I'm going to do this vegan pregnancy correctly and make sure I'm getting all the nutrients I need. Pregnant women can have healthy, happy pregnancies with like a vegetarian or a vegan diet if they just do it right. And that's just the same for you regardless of your diet. You could have a standard diet and eat meat and everything and still be unhealthy if you're not getting the nutrients you need. And my baby is doing fine. They are a week ahead in weight and size and everything, and they're super active and healthy, and I haven't had any issues, and I'm not one that's going to jeopardize me or my baby or my family or any of that. It's just what works best for me. It's not what works best for everyone, and I understand that. But that was just my final thought that came to me just now. But those are just some of the things, some of the thoughts that have come up over the years. Like, I'm just a laid back, flexible vegan. I don't care what you do. I just do what's best for me. Happy 6-year vegan anniversary to me. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe for more of moi. Give this video a thumbs up if you like diet related videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.